One of the best things you can ever do in this life is make God your best friend. I'm telling you, man. Make God your best friend. Make God your best friend, man. And when you make God your best friend, you make the same energy that created all of this. The same energy that created all of this is working alongside of you when you make God your best friend. That's why making God your best friend is like the most OP thing you can do in this lifetime. Because when you make God your best friend, it's like nothing can really stop you for real. So making God my best friend was the best decision I ever made in my life. Because when I made God my best friend, it's like nothing could really stop me anymore. Even health, even when my health was messed up, even when my finances were messed up, even when mentally I was messed up, even when I was spiritually messed up, returning back to God every single time, having God as my best friend is what saved me in every single situation. You know, I would say I made God my best friend around the age of 18. That's when I really was like, yo, God, you're my guy now, you know. Even though I don't conceptualize God as a man or a male, but just making God my best friend was the best decision I ever made, because I had something that I could confide in, I had something that I could turn back to whenever I went through any type of adversity. But also having God as your best friend is also having a companion, is having someone that you don't only turn to when you're going through trouble, but you turn to when you're at the high points as well. You know, every time I accomplished something major, whether it was financially, whether it was physically, whatever it was, every single time, you know, the only thing that was there to really congratulate me or help me share the moment was God. You know, at my highest points, the only thing that was there was God. At my lowest points, the only thing that was there was God. So that's why I really embodied and really made God my best friend for real. Because when I made God my best friend, it's like I didn't really need anyone else. I didn't need, you know, anyone else to talk to. When I was going through adversity and going through spiritual warfare, going through mental detoxification, going through all of these things, the only thing that was ever there was God. I didn't need anyone else. I didn't need a therapist. I didn't need a brother. I didn't need a friend, because I had God with me the whole time. You feel me? I had God with me the whole time. So I would highly suggest having God as your best friend. Anytime you feel down, anytime you feel empty, anytime you're asking a how or what if, how am I gonna make it? How am I gonna accomplish this goal? When is it gonna happen? Every single time one of those questions arise, make God your best friend, man. Just be like, God, I can see myself trying to control the situation. I can see myself trying to be the person that's in charge. And yeah, technically you are in charge, but when you try and do everything by yourself, it feels very difficult, man. That's when you experience all the burnout and feeling like you're going nowhere, because you're trying to do everything alone. But when you have God as your best friend, that's when it's lit. I can't lie. That's when it's lit. It's like you don't need anything for real. Having God as your best friend. So that's what I've done, man. At 18 years old, I made God my best friend. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life, because when I made God my best friend, whilst I was grinding, whilst I was trying to make certain targets or reach certain targets, that was my first year of trading for real, man. So whilst I was trying to make it in trading, I isolated myself away from all my friends. I isolated myself away from my brothers, even family members for real. because that's how important that's how important it was for me. But the only reason why I was able to go a whole year without speaking to my friends, a whole year without going to clubs, going to parties, going to motives, and just completely locking in is because I had God as my best friend for real. If I didn't have God as my best friend, then I wouldn't have been able to endure all of the pain and endure all the chaos that was happening as I was trying to learn to trade for real. Like, making God my best friend is what helped me get to a point where I actually became a profitable trader. Like, I wouldn't be profitable if I didn't have God as my best friend, because trust me, for months and months, 2 years straight, I was trying to make a broken system work because the trader I was learning from wasn't even a trader for real. That's a whole different story, but imagine, forcing a broken system. It wasn't even a strategy for real. It was just like trying to have perfect TA, trying to catch falling knives and shit. But imagine not even having a system, trying to trade a broken system, trying to make it work, and it's just not working for real. Like, I would have gone insane if I didn't have God as my best friend. So yeah, man, making God my best friend was the best decision I ever made in my life. But when you make God your best friend, you're making the same energy that created all of this. The same energy that created all of this. When you make God your best friend, you're making that same energy your best friend. So, as I said before, anytime you're going through rough times, adversity, anytime you're going through setbacks, anytime you're trying to figure out how you're going to make it, how you're going to get out of the situation that you're in, you might have so many things on your mind and so many things that you can't really talk to anyone about for real. But when you make God your best friend, it's like none of that matters for real. Because I've been through all of that, man. Feeling empty, feeling like a burden, feeling like I'm not where I wanted to be in life, feeling lost, feeling empty, feeling behind my peers, feeling like a bum for real. Overthinking, being anxious, thinking when is it gonna happen. I've experienced all those things, man. Embarrassment, heartbreak. But the only thing and the only reason why I was able to endure all of that and still accomplish my goals, still be on my shit, still be disciplined and consistent and not let any of these things fuck up my motion is by having God as my best friend for real. Having God as my best friend is what helped me endure all of that. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about making God your best friend. A simple way to do it as well is based on your perspective as well as how you see God, how you conceptualize God will allow you to make God your best friend. If you see God as this, man that sits in the sky, that sends people to hell, who, offs innocent people, like if you conceptualize God as that, it will be hard to have it as your best friend. So it's really important how you conceptualize God. There's no one right answer. Everyone's truth is their own truth, and everyone has a right to believe or to know what they know. But for me, I conceptualize God as an energy, something that's inside of me. I don't conceptualize it as a human or it having a body. I don't conceptualize God as having anger, sadness, and all these things that certain books try to portray or misportray this energy or this entity as. Nah, man. I conceptualize God as an amazing energy that's within all of us and within all living things. An energy that created all of this. That's what I conceptualize God as. So it's easy to make God my best friend when I conceptualize it as an energy that's within me. And because I conceptualize it as an energy that's within me, all the times I'm facing adversity, all the times I'm facing setbacks, all the times, I might catch myself spiraling and overthinking or asking how is this gonna happen? Like when is it gonna happen? Anytime I catch myself falling into any of those things, because I conceptualize God is within me, all I have to do is go within. All I have to do is close my eyes. Sometimes I don't even need to close my eyes. I just mentally acknowledge and mentally go to God and be like, yo, God, I'm going through this adversity right now, or I'm experiencing this mental detoxification right now, where old traumas are surfacing, old behavioral patterns are surfacing, old trauma responses are surfacing. And all I got to do is just be like, yo, God, I'm experiencing X, Y, Z right now, and I'm just giving it to you. And it's that simple. You feel me? It's really that simple. Because I made God my best friend, it's like no adversity can really stop me for real. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come and talk about that, because making God my best friend was the best decision I ever made. The best decision, man. When you make God your best friend, you don't need anyone for anything. And I don't mean that in a business perspective. Like if you're an entrepreneur and it's like you don't need any, like you need, of course you need people to make money and to grow and scale. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you need to hire and delegate certain tasks to certain people. But I'm talking about like emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Like when you make God your best friend, you don't need anyone or anything. Because when you conceptualize God as an energy that's within you, all you have to do is go within yourself. All you have to do is, whether it's meditation or prayer, however you choose to connect with God, or whatever terminology you want to use to represent the infinite, to represent the source. As long as you go within, it's like all your problems and everything emotional, mental is all solved, because you're going to the source, you're going to your best friend for real, when you make God your best friend. So I highly recommend doing that for real, man. I highly recommend making God your best friend, because once you make God your best friend, it's like nothing can stop you for real. But yeah, man, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. When you make God your best friend, you don't need anything for real. You don't need anyone, because God's within you for real.